Hey, good morning. Welcome to the morning brief. Today is Friday, December 20th. So it is triple witching, which means we got a bunch of options expiring today. Also, it is the last Friday before Christmas. What else? The Stock Traders Almanac says it's a 71.4% chance the market was going to be up. However, we did get some help from the news. We were going to be gapping down. Now we're still gapping down, but not as much. Looking at the news for today, you can see we had some Canadian news. Retail sales for Canada were less than expected. That's a bad thing for Canada. Canada and the U.S. have similar numbers and similar behavior patterns. So, this may be forecasting lower sales other places as well. The core PCE, which is an inflation number, is one that the Fed watches. It came in less than expected, so the market really liked that. Personal income was also less than expected, which is bad. Personal spending is also down, which is bad. So we've had some bad with a little bit of good mixed in there. Inflation's still there, but not as bad as expected. So market really spiked up. We'll see if that can hold. The only other news today is at 10 a.m. we have a revised University of Michigan consumer sentiment and revised University of Michigan inflation expectations. That'll be at 10 a.m. Last piece of news for today, Friday. Looking at the chart, you can see we had we tried to retrace yesterday and then failed. That's really bearish. Continuing the sell off here today, you can see we were down quite a bit and we've retraced some of that. Where could this thing go? Well, this jumps out at me, that low volume node there right at 5,800 as a major resistance, or I should say major support spot. If we can get there. In the meantime, we've also got a level at 58.41 that looks pretty good, and a minor one at 58.62, which we just about hit in the overnight action. I hate it when the market does this overnight. I'd much rather have it happen during the main session when I can trade it, but it is what it is. If for some reason we could reverse this, there is some resistance at 59.72 and decent amount of resistance at 59.96. So there's your numbers on both sides. Volume better than average, but still, you'd think on that massive down day we would have been, gigantic volume, but not so much. So volume is definitely kind of interesting in here. We did have increased volume for these down days, but it's like the overall volume has been down all the way back based since August as volume. So I don't know. Volume is definitely part of this mix that we're trying to figure out what is going on. Taking a look at the inventory. So this is one thing from yesterday that is slightly positive. We did have a positive inventory, 4,700 on negative price action. So that's divergence. And it looks like maybe some of these people are starting to step in, and maybe we're seeing some buying, even though price action was down. So that is at least bullish, but it's a divergence. We need to pay attention to that. Looking at the overnight action was nuts. It's 78 points. That's way, way, way above average. So, the volatility is definitely still here and in the market for foreseeable future, at least. What do we got going on? Major resistance up here at 59.42. There's a little bit around 59.20. Of course, the whole number, we just blew right through that. We'll see if we can hold that. 59.70-ish areas also of interest. And there's some decent confluence right here at 59.8875. Support, on the other hand, we do have support down here at 58.43. There's obviously little areas of support in between, but the major ones, 58.15. Below 5,800, 57.91. Of course, 5,800, 58.50. 50. Those are the whole numbers. Those will be on the radar, as well as 5,900, 5,950. Remember, those big numbers, the 50s, are psychological levels, especially the even, like 5,900, 5,800, are psychological numbers and are of consequence that we should be watching them. Again, I said earlier that the Stock Traders Almanac for today was 71.4, 71.4 from the Stock Traders Almanac. Have a great day and a great weekend. See you next week. Happy trading. Hey, thanks for watching the morning brief. Check out my website for more information, oneononetrading.com. Take a look at the Troy levels, a trade location finder for the futures markets. Help you find those levels of support and resistance that are just so hard to find. I also do personal coaching and mentorships. So go ahead and take a look at my website, oneononetrading.com. Thanks.